MJF made the news again this week, this time from a very unlikely source. This was on the Wendy Williams show. I have never watched the Wendy Williams show a day in my life. This is actually the first time I've even heard of the Wendy Williams show. And apparently Sherri Shephard is the host of the Wendy Williams show, which I don't know what's going on there either. Don't know if Wendy Williams is out with a health issue or if Sherri Shephard is just taking over while she's on vacation. I don't know. I don't care, to be honest with you. I do know who Sherri Shephard is, though. I'm at least familiar with the name and vaguely familiar with the person. You know, I've seen her on TV and stuff before. So this was an interesting clip here where just randomly she brings up on her talk show as just like one of her warm-up, like, sit down, like, hey, how you doing today? So I forgot to tell you this story. And she just gets into the story about MJF, of all people. And a professional wrestling story just pops up on daytime talk show TV randomly. And this is an amazing clip. This clip made me laugh. I popped for this clip. Check it out.
Here, I got to tell you, there is a story that I forgot to tell you all the other day. When I was flying from Los Angeles to New York, I had an encounter with a former child star who appeared on the Rosie O'Donnell show back in 2001. Okay, so at the time, he was 5 years old, and some of you may remember him because his name is Maxwell Jacob Friedman. And Rosie had him on as a guest. He came on at 5, and he came to sing. This little cutie patootie, he was so adorable, and Rosie wanted to hug. You could tell he didn't even want to give Rosie a hug. He just was like... Now, young Max did not grow up to become a professional singer. He's wonderful. He is now 26 years old, and he goes by the initials MJF, and he's a professional wrestler, okay? Yes. He is a professional wrestler. MJF, and I guess the J in MJF stands for jerk, okay? And I'm gonna tell y'all why, because that's what he was acting like when I met him at the airport when we were waiting in the lounge. Not nice at all. And see, my son Jeffrey, he is a big wrestling fan. He knows all of the wrestlers, so he spotted MJF while we were waiting for the plane, Norman. And, you know, Jeffrey was really nervous about going up to him and asking for an autograph, because you don't know. And so I said, I'll do it for my baby, because I'm Mother Bear. So I said I would go up and ask him for an autograph. And I know how to be with celebrities. I know they don't want you to do a lot of talking, Norman. So I was very nice, and I tapped him gently on the leg. And I said, excuse me, are you the famous wrestler MJF? He snapped back. He said, no. And so I said, okay. I said, but, well, do people tell you that you look like the famous wrestler MJF? Then he snapped back. He went, yes. And he put his headphones on and he turns away from me. Okay? And I wanted to say to him, I don't like your tone. That's what I wanted to tell him. And I was just like, he got one more time to snap at me before I laid the smack down on him. I was not playing. You gonna really? Like, and then, like, Jeffrey was standing right there and he was smiling and everything. And then Jeffrey tells me, he goes, no, Mom, MJF is a bad guy and he's supposed to be a jerk. And I'm like, no. But here's the thing, y'all. I told my son, I said, but no, see, he don't know what a real bad guy is unless he pisses off a black mama trying to get a photo for her son. I'm trying to get a photo for my baby. Like...
Everything about this clip made me smile. It warmed my heart in the best way possible. Just the fact that pro wrestling and AEW specifically, because they need it more, are getting name mention, recognition, spotlight on daytime talk show like this. Like, I'm sure, I haven't looked into it, but it seems like this Wendy Williams show is probably a popular show, and Sherri Shephard's a popular person to a completely different audience than a professional wrestling might get that exposure. That's why, like, an AEW name drop, an MJF name drop, his picture being posted, all of that on national TV in the daytime talk show circuit for women at that, like, this just opens up to a whole huge new community of potential fans, or at least at the very least name recognition for MJF and AEW. So that was gold. Also, the Rosie O'Donnell clip. If you haven't seen that before, go check that out. They showed a bit of it here in this clip, so you got a little snippet of it at least if you haven't seen it. But the cute little MJF as a kid, just, going on the Rosie O'Donnell show. Didn't want to hug her. That was funny, of course. But the cherry on top is that MJF was a pure and utter dickhead to this bitch in the airport, and I fucking loved it. I popped so hard. He just basically told this bitch to fuck off. He yells, "No, yes," headphones, turns away. And the best part, the very best part, the cherry on top of the cherry, the littler cherry on top of the cherry, is that her kid understood. Her kid got it. He gets the gimmick. No, Mom, that's MJF, you dumb fuck. MJF is supposed to be a dick. This is who MJF is. And, of course, his mom was Sherri Shephard, still all offended. She's like, you don't believe in me. Very indignant about it. All of this was just fucking amazing. I love that MJF is a dick in real life. He lives the gimmick. I don't think he is as a person in real life, but he keeps kayfabe alive in the sense that he'll tell you to fuck right off to your face. He's an absolute dickhead. Which is great. And the fact that he was an absolute dickhead to this chick and that it made national TV and that her kid gets it. Her kid understands. No, this is MJF's supposed to be an asshole, Mom. And she's all indignant about it. It's just great shit. I really wanted to put a spotlight on this. And it's good that MJF is still out there, just being a dick to people and just keeping his name out in the public. And like I said, this is huge exposure for MJF and AEW. A lot more people are aware of both of those names now because of this segment. So props to Sherri Shephard for that. I don't know if this was a work, if she's like friendly with MJF somehow, or MJF's agent reached out somehow to leak this story to just kind of keep his name out there. I don't know how any of this shit works. Maybe it was a real life situation. Regardless, fucking great. Classic. I love when wrestling crosses over into the mainstream, and I love when it happens like this in a kayfabe way where the bad guy is a bad guy and everybody knows it. It's beautiful. It warms my heart. Oh yeah, thanks for checking out the video. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like it if you liked it. Yeah, and you can check out full episodes each and every Sunday right here on the channel. Oh yeah, dig it.